Investigation 3.2, filling cylinders. This is the warm-up for our investigation today. And what I'm asking you to do is I'm giving you three shapes. And I'm asking you to find the surface area in part A and the volume for part B. So I'm asking you to do two things for all three shapes. So what I want to do is I want to basically just kind of walk through how we do A and B for number one. What we have is, that's us to get the surface area. If you remember, the formula for surface area is 2 times length times width plus 2 times length times height plus 2 times width times height. All right, so that's our formula. And so all we're going to basically do is we're going to plug in. Now, before we can plug in, we basically need to identify the length, width, and height. So what it looks like is this 2 is basically my height. The 10.5, I'm going to say that is my width. And this 2 coming across, I'm going to say is my length. And if you remember what I've said to you before, if you mix up width and length, that's okay. It all depends upon how you're looking at the shape. So you could say that the 2 is the width and the 10.5 is the length if you want. The only thing that you cannot mix up is the height. The height has to be accurate. All right, so all we're going to do is we're going to plug in. So 2 times, we said the length was 2, the width 10.5, plus 2, length again, 2 times the height, which is 2, plus 2 times the width, 10.5, times the height, which was 2. All right. And we'll put out a calculator. Just to make this easier. So 10.5 times 2 is 21. So 21 times 2 equals 42. Okay, so 42 plus, this is 8, plus, and this is exactly the same as the first part, so plus 42. So what that's going to equal is 42 plus 42 plus 8 equals 92. And we have to remember we have to put our unit of measurement on, so that's 92 centimeters squared. Because again, remember, we're getting surface area. Area is always in square units. All right, so the second part of our question asks us to find the volume of each box. So for volume, that's length times width times height. So in our case, it's going to be 2 times 10.5 times 2. And we'll put that in, 10.5 times 2 times 2 equals 42, and that is going to be in centimeters cubed. All right, so we have our surface area and we have our volume for shape number 1. What I want you to do is I want you to do the same thing for shapes 2 and 3. And in our next segment of the video, I'll basically just give you guys the answers for those so you can just check it against what you have.